Hey friends, it's Ari, the Rusty Pilot. I am just kind of going about my day here in Seattle. It's a rainy, dreary day, but that's one of the reasons we get our instrument ratings here in the Seattle area, so that we can fly on days like today too. I was just thinking about two of the things that I'm doing right now, trying to do them every day, at least for a little while, to help me prepare for my flight that's coming up next week. Two things to kind of help me build up my proficiency and being ready to take this flight. One is checking weather, and the other is listening to air traffic control communications between towers or centers or approach and airplanes. If you look in what I call the AFD, Airport Facility Directory, and I think they're changing the name, or they have changed the name. I think it's called the supplement now. But it's a listing of all the airports in a particular region, and it tells you everything from the runway lengths and widths, and it tells you how long, if the tower is only operated during certain hours, and it tells you if there's any fuel available at the airport. Everything that you really should know about any airport in a region is listed in the AFD, and that includes frequencies for weather. Well, tower also, but frequencies for weather. But sometimes those weather reports can be gotten from a phone call also. So if you look in the AFD or the supplement and you find, if it says weather, WX, and then a frequency and then a telephone number, if you call that telephone number, you're patched directly into the audio for the weather report for that airport, which is great. And so I've been trying to listen to weather reports from different airports in the area and just trying to copy down the weather reports, because when you talk to a tower, you're supposed to tell them that you have the current weather. And so that's one of the things I've been doing, is listening to weather just by picking up the telephone and listening in. And I think that's also a good way. Sometimes when I'm driving to the airport, I'll do the same thing. I'll listen to the weather on my way in, so that I kind of have an idea of what's going on by the time I get there. The other thing I'm doing, like I said, is listening to air traffic control conversations. And there is a great product called LiveATC. There's a website and there's an app that I have. I use iPhones. I think it's available for Android as well. But you can listen to air traffic control conversations live in real time from all over the world. And so I'm listening to my local ones, but I'm also listening to ones in California and in New York and places that have really busy airspace. So I'm listening to ground control, and I'm listening to tower frequencies, which controls the runways, and then I'm listening to approach, which is the area around the airport, and then I'm listening to center, which controls areas as big as states, and I'm listening to clearance delivery, which is how instrument flight plans, how they get information on how to fly to where they're going through the clouds, so that even when they can't see. So listening to air traffic control and just kind of picking up the lingo again and listening to how they talk and their cadence and their flow, and then also calling into weather. Two things that I'm doing every day to help build up my proficiency and my chops, so that when I get in the airplane next week, I'm not totally freaking out. Anyway, thought that would be a benefit to you too. What do you do every day? How do you get ready for your flights? Even maybe when you're not flying, maybe you only fly once a month or once a year or less than that. What do you do to get ready? I'd love to hear. Leave me a comment down below. Don't forget the like button and the subscribe too, and I'll see you next time.